What's going on, people? TroopzTV, back again. Like our blood clot again, you understand? Episode 9. It's actually episode 9, you understand? Episode 9 of Back Again Talks. Big up everyone that's tuning into there. Make sure if you haven't gone and watched the Troy Deeney ep, go watch that now, you get me? But another week, another ep, you get me? Another one of my brothers are in the stew, in the cut, you get me? This man has done a lot of work in the YouTube world, you understand? I don't think he gets his flowers, blood, you understand?
Appreciate it, man.
That's what this show is about, blood. Giving the real brothers their flowers, blood, you get me? And I think that you've put a lot of groundwork in. I think that you're one of the pioneers.
Wow.
Blood, like, especially in the music thing, blood. Especially in that world, like, you was one of the first people.
That's kind of how I came through, yeah.
You get me? But if you lot don't know, you lot should already know, blood. My brother AGT, little scouse brother.
What's going on, bro? Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it. I haven't seen you since New York.
Blood, that's mad, you know.
That was September last year.
Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, Barstool. Yeah, it was 2022.
It was 2022?
Yeah.
Because it was just before the World Cup.
It was.
Because you went back and then the man them came up.
Yeah, unbelievable time we had, man. You showed us a good time out there, man. Do you remember what's that bar called that we... Because me and Jason were doing our thing, and then obviously the timings aligned where we could come on Back Again. And I remember turning up, because Jason was just filming the whole thing.
Oh, the bar opposite Barstool.
And I was like, we're half an hour early, Jay. Should we have a little drink?
Yeah,
and we go in there. This guy's already in there, about 5 drinks in.
Yeah, we're about 5 drinks deep, pause.
And that made for an interesting podcast. I don't think I've ever been on a podcast like that before. But it was what it was.
I
loved it, bro.
Yeah, blood. Like right now, we're filming early. So
Yeah.
that's why there's no liquor. You get me? If this was a later ep,
You know we like a drink,
then
man.
you get me? The Henny would be on deck, blood.
Yeah,
You understand? But how you been keeping, bro? Like,
I've been
before we
alright,
get into
Troops, man. You know my situation. I'm living in Liverpool, but obviously I'm down here 4 or 5 days a week, which, you know, if someone asked me when I was working in a chair factory in Boreham Wood 6 years ago, is this what you want to do? 100% is, but it comes with its pros and cons. Obviously, I don't get to see Tegan and the dog a lot, but it's what it is, bro. I'm grinding. Bro, I love my dog.
I swear down, blood. You love
you
dogs,
never met my dog?
Yeah, I have met your dog.
My
your
dog.
Yeah,
Gus.
Yeah,
Little
Russ,
Gus,
innit?
man. No,
Gus. That's it, Gussie. I remember I was calling him like Gussie.
We do call him Russ a little bit sometimes, actually. But yeah, listen, I'm enjoying life. You know, I get to do some cool things, but it's all about grinding and making sure that, you know, me and my future wife's life is set up. You know, we've got all of our businesses in order so that in 3 to 4 to 5 years' time we can really enjoy it. But this right now, this is the crunch time. It's the grind period. It's the get up early, late nights, up on the train to London, straight in the studio. And I'm loving it, bro. I can't lie to you. Yeah, it is what it is. Definitely something I dreamed of years ago, but to actually be doing it and knowing that this is just the start as well, you know, I've got belief that, you know, we're going to have a good career. So yeah, I'm enjoying life, bro. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Me? Same old, man.
Yeah.
You get me? Just out here doing my
It's good to have you back in London as well.
Yeah,
by the way.
blood, you get me? It's good to be
Not that
home.
I'm here all the time, but it's great to see you back in London.
Yeah, it's good to be home, blood. I ain't really gone nowhere. I ain't really done nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of...
You've been
I've kind of
direction for the channel.
Yeah, like I kind of came back and I'm just scanning. You get me?
Plotting the next move.
Yeah, blood. Just seeing what's there,
Yeah.
who's real. Let's cut the snakes out of the grass, and then we to 2024.
It's go time.
It's a different level, blood.
Go time.
Like, man, think I'm going because a lot of people have said like, "Yo, Troops, you've kind of upped your content upload since you've left Barstool," and it's kind of true still. Like I kind of lost that little buzz. You get me? Like Barstool was good. You get me? I enjoyed it. Big up Barstool every time.
Do you think you got the most out of it that you possibly could have within the 3 years?
Yeah, you get me? Like if Portnoy weren't blowing money like a fucking idiot, I'd still have a job, like. You get me? And then, you get me? Putting money into these shit content creators and you weren't putting it into me and X, pause. But we are who we are. So it's true though. We don't really need... We don't need that, innit? Like, we were something before Barstool. Yeah. So enough of these men were made by Barstool. We were brought over there to do a job. My job was first international signing. Go out there and make football pop. I did that, blood. You get me? So I done my part, innit? It's just...
For sure you did.
You get me? We just... Like I say, big them up every time. We never left on bad terms. You get me? The only people I don't like in there is the sales team. They can go suck their mother through a straw. But back to you, blood. You get me? Let's take it back to where it started.
Wow.
Blood. You understand? You've obviously got Liverpool actually in your bloodline as well, innit? Like, where was you born though?
So I was supposed to be born in Liverpool. Obviously, you know, my family live up there. My mum moved down to London, you know, basically when I was born. But I was supposed to be born in Fajachley Hospital, where most Scousers are born. But I was actually born in... My passport says Camden.
Is it? Not West?
Royal Free.
Come on,
man.
What do you mean?
But yeah, mainly North London is my upbringing, Barnet. But then, you know,
Barnet?
recently 2.5 years ago, I moved to Liverpool. But taking it back, I mean, where do you want to start? There's a lot to go through. From the beginning. So
you say Barnet, what? Dollis Valley?
No, like just up the road from there.
Okay.
Just up the road from DV, which is a lot nicer now, by the way, Dollis Valley.
Brother, man,
it's a lot nicer.
Yeah, we were
that
a lot of the older lot from Graham Park. Were tied in with.
That's only
DV.
10-15 minutes away.
Yeah, bro, we used to fly up there and you get me.
And do your thing.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
But yeah, man, grew up there, went to school. My dad was a footballer, and then he later worked in the music industry. So the goal really, as I'm sure you know, is the same with Trey now, but the goal for me, pardon the pun, was to be a footballer. Got to semi-pro, play for Wingate and Finchley, you know, about 16, 17. And I think at that stage, my parents had split up on really bad terms, maybe 2005 when I was about 10. But then going into kind of 16, 17, I realised you kind of have to pull away from the dream a little bit and think, well, if I can't be a professional, what's the next best thing? And I was always decent at English and talking and sport, my knowledge. You know, I could tell you what shirt number, what boots Gerard was wearing, etc., etc. And my mum always said, well, when are you ever going to need that? Why don't you remember your maths and science homework like that? And I said, listen, one day it will be needed. And then, you know, got to 17, was doing work experience at Sky Sports, the Independent newspaper. I remember interviewing Mourinho once for the Independent, 2013. This was even before uni. And then got to, I would say 17, 18, went to uni in Nottingham. That's where I met Tegan. Was there 11 years ago I started uni, which I'm 30 in 2 months, by the way. I can't believe it. Went there, studied broadcast journalism. And then the music thing kind of took over, because I went from kind of wanting to be a sports writer, and then I got my own hip-hop show on Fly FM. Big up to Fly FM. A lot of excellent presenters have come out of there. But I had this show called The Hip Hop Hour. And at the time, I was interviewing the likes of Fecky, The Game, Pro Green, Crepton Conan. And this was like 2012, 2013, bro. I've been doing this for like 11 years now, which I don't really think people truly understand. So it's good to come on here and kind of give people the story. But then it switched from, actually, I want to be the next Charlie Sloth. I looked up to him in a big way in terms of his work ethic, his connections, how he deals with people, how well he was respected at the time. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I started up a channel up there whilst at uni called Soundbox UK. And again, all those guys that I spoke about just then, we interviewed them on there as well. So I kind of started relationships with Fecky or Chip or Pro Green, and these people kind of respected the fact that we would have a cool interview, but I'd know my stuff as well. It wasn't just, you know, for the cameras. So left uni, went to Westside FM in West London. Had a show with Olos, big up DJ Olos, who's now looking after Box Park Wembley. That's his job now. Again, we had a show called The Midweek Mix. Again, a lot of hip hop, grime. I remember having 6-7 in the studio. A lot of people that you'd see now and go, wow, you know, they've done really well with themselves. So that was a tough period, because in amongst all these jobs where I'm presenting, for no money, by the way, this is all for the love of the game and hoping that one day, you know, things will get better in terms of financials. But in amongst all of this, I'm working at retail shops, I'm working at pubs, pat testing, you know, pat testing, the guy that puts the things sockets on the plugs to say they're safe. Chair factory, suit and tie sales job in the city.
Take this back, blood, because this is a lot of shit, blood.
And I feel like sometimes the newer generation don't necessarily understand the sacrifice that maybe, because YouTube wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't big, but I don't really know, maybe apart from your Poets and Vujas, who I know Poets been on, and I was interested to see his story as well. But apart from them guys, no one was really making money off of YouTube in 2012, 2013. So for me, it was get a job, and then, you know, I'd leave my job early to go all the way to West London for my radio show. I'd come back. For instance, one time I had a sales job in Hatton Garden. I remember my boss, I said to him, because you know Hatton Garden's kind of central east, I had to get to Acton for my radio show, and you can't be late for a radio show. And I said, can I leave 10 minutes early to get there? And he goes, no, you're a salesman. You're not a presenter. You need to forget about that. This is your job now. You're not going early. You're not doing nothing. And there's a few instances in my career where someone has said, with their finger pointing at me, this isn't what you do. You are this. And I think little things like that kind of make you realise that's not what I am. I am a presenter, and I will show you one day that this isn't what I do. I'm just good at it. And again, I got sacked from all these places. Next, New Look, Levi's, loads of pubs in Mill Hill, Barnet. And I'm not saying I'm proud of those things, but it did give me character building. It gave me the knowledge to know that this isn't what I wanted to do. And if I got sacked, I'd be like, well, I'll just get another job tomorrow. That was my attitude. It was never, oh, poor me, what am I going to do? The vision and the goal and the purpose was always to do, luckily, what I am doing now. But at the same time, it was very much knockback after knockback, rejection after rejection, no money, chasing anything I can get. And then I started working at an influencer marketing agency called Disrupt out in White City.
All right, let's go back to primary.
Because
you're going too fast.
Yeah,
I got a wheelie win pause. You understand? I threw out the.
How many pauses are we gonna get on today?
Brad, let me tell you something. This is the pause podcast. Like I saw a pod, yeah, and they tried to proclaim. I forgot the name. I think it's real life true talks. I think the brother's been on Spray's pod.
Oh yeah.
He's a Tottenham fan. Pussy, yo. But I watched an episode of his one of his pods. I watched one of the episodes, and he said that's the pause. They're the pause pod, but he said bare shit that were pauses, and it just flew. Do you understand? So, brother, big up your pod, yeah. I tune in, but right over, yes sir.
Yeah, you
this
do
is
like
the pause pod. Yeah, pause pod. Sorry, yeah. Spray is the Y minister, and I'm Mr. Pause. Yeah,
I can't lie. The pauses have been creeping into my daily.
Like Cam and Mace need to invest in me, bro. You get me? Because I pause more than them niggas. Real talk.
Yeah, you do like a pause, but press play sometimes as well, man.
Nah, blood. You have to. We have to wall on, and then we move on again.
I want to talk to you about Jamaica later on as well.
Yeah, because you've been
amazing experience.
But primary
school. Yeah, I went to.
Where did you go?
Dame Alice Owens.
Is that Barnet?
Just small Potter's Bar, you know, which I'm not proud of, because I've always called Potter's Bar the Wigan of the South.
Yeah,
it's a shithole. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's now, but it's when it starts to get nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's where like the money people live.
I don't know about that. There's some rough parts, but yeah, went to.
Potter's Bar's rough.
Oh, it's horrible place. When was the last time you've been there though?
With me?
Yeah.
Brother, when we went there, like, we're from...
That's what I mean.
Man, they run when we used to turn up, blood. So we were like, when we go high bar and them thing there, they might want shook. I'm not even like taking the... I'm being real. Us being from Graham Park, we had a rep around that side, and we had a little rep in, obviously, Northwest as well. Especially my age group, you get me? Because it started from the generation before me. That's where our name started to bang. Yeah. When we went up there, blood, them man were like little country boys. Little artificial lads. Who the fuck are you, blood? You know, man's living.
Listen,
I didn't know it was rough up there.
It's a mixed up place, Potter's Bar. But yeah, I went to school there. You know, still in touch with a lot of people that I went to school with there.
Oh, that's good.
JD Dyer went to my school.
Oh shit.
Abby Summers. I went primary school with her in Hadley Wood.
Swear down you.
Yeah. There's a lot of decent people that have actually come out of my school, and there's more as well. Remember Jodie
Abby
Williams?
Sounds like she's from there. No, you said
do you remember Jodie Williams, the athletic, the runner for Team GB? She came to our school. I'm pretty sure there's some more as well. But yeah, I remember JD at school in the sixth form common room, and now look at him. So yeah, I went to school there, man. Was always into my football. Didn't really focus too much on going parties and all of that. I was always focused on my sport.
Did you always want to be like, you played centre back, innit? Was you always a defender from young?
No, I was actually so starting off I played for Hadley Rangers, and then I was a striker, but then the manager's son was my partner striker. He scored 44 one season, and he took all the penalties, free kicks, captain, never got taken off. I scored 22 non-penalty goals or free kick goals. And it was a joke really, the way that he got treated as opposed to everyone else. So I moved into midfield. I think I scored 15, 16 odd goals. And then as time wore on, I would say my favourite position now is probably CDM in terms of, 6'3". Not many people can get around me in terms of
Pause.
On the ball, obviously. But yeah, school was a good time because I found out what it is I wanted to do. A lot of people don't really know, maybe even after uni, until they've done their course.
Academically good?
Not really, bro. I can't lie to you. I never got the best grades, but I was always...
Like, was you interested? Was you a
I was
troublemaker?
in Spanish. So my thing was maths, science. I was getting thrown out the class most of the time because I was just trying to make the girls laugh. Or like my chemistry teacher would be like, Alex, what happens if you mix this with this? And I'm like, I don't know, it burns. He's like, get out. So the head teacher will walk past, say, what are you doing outside again?
That's secondary.
I was a bit of a troublemaker in terms of not really paying attention, trying to be a bit of a class clown. But in English, PE and Spanish, that was like, I was all over there because I was genuinely interested in
primary. So that's more secondary when you talk about like chemistry and
yeah, not really, bro. I was just so
can't remember
focused on
primary?
football. I mean, bits and bobs, but I never was top of the class. I was always like,
I remember my primary days.
I was a bit of a clown, if I'm honest with you.
No, I was a clown as well, blood. I was always getting sent out.
So yeah, when you go into secondary school, things obviously have to.
Where'd you go
step up.
secondary?
So I went to Hadleywood in primary. That's when Abby was there. My boy Jack Cheeseman, who it's his 30th today. I was with him last night. Best friend of 25 years. And Abby Summers went there as well. So yeah, Hadleywood and then Dame Aliso in secondary school. And then obviously uni after that. But in answer to your question, I was just trying to make people laugh, to be honest. I didn't really have the drive to be an academic, bright kid on paper anyway. But I had my focus over here and I didn't know what that was. It was something to do with talking, writing, sports. And obviously I love speaking Spanish as well. So that's kind of
where
the
did the
lane I've ended up.
Spanish influence come from?
It's interesting because at one point or another, I've always had a family member living in Spain. So for example, my dad at the minute lives in Tenerife. So I go and see him a lot out there.
Yeah, you told me about that little banging beach.
Yes,
the kids.
Playa de Alabama.
Yeah, Playa de Alabama.
Very nice beach. Yeah.
Right.
Very good beach.
Yeah,
right?
very nice beach.
Amazing beach.
Go around
you
go around into the rocky bit, by a big spliff
and
by the sea.
It's all like private.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's lovely.
Tenerife is a beautiful island, I can't lie.
When my mum and dad were together, they had a timeshare in Marbella, so we used to go there a lot. I've done Spanish exchange trips. And me and my girlfriend during lockdown, we actually lived in Tenerife for a couple months because as soon as you knew what London was going to be like during lockdown, we were like, let's get out there. We can make an excuse. I got a friend's dad who works for RTE, which is like the BBC of Spain, to send me a fake email to say, I need you and your cameraman Tegan to be out here to talk about culture in Tenerife. But yeah, the Spain thing, I mean, like I said, I've had cousins that lived in Madrid. I'd spend the whole summer with them, practicing my Spanish, Scousers as well, which is a very interesting accent when you mix the Scouse and Spanish. So there's always been in my life some point where I've either temporarily lived or I've spent a lot of time in Spain, and I love Spanish football. I love the culture in Spain, the people, the food, the weather, obviously. And I've definitely got a very strong connection to that country in terms of the time I've spent there, but also my love for the language and the people. And then you open yourself up to Colombians, to Mexicans. In Qatar last year, I was speaking Spanish pretty much every day to other Argentinian fans or any of these guys. So yeah, Spain is, and it always will be, a very important part of my kind of makeup just because of the amount of time I've spent there, really.
Did you make it out of secondary? I got kicked out in year 10. Then I went to, you probably heard Pavilion?
Yeah, I've heard of Pavilion.
I went Pavilion year 11, and then I got kicked out there.
Well, I got
kicked out of a school that you go to kids get kicked out of, blood. And then, but they let me do my
really.
Yeah, it's mad. And then they let me do my GCSEs.
Yeah, and I didn't get kicked out, man. I got, I think, not again quite
What'd
middle.
You get?
I think I got in maths and science and all the other sciences, and again I didn't concentrate. C's and D's. I didn't care about them. Yeah, big pause. But like I said, the Spanish I got A star in GCSE, English I got A star, PE got A star. So it was like, this is amazing, this is awful. So there was just, this was good and this was bad. So
did you play for your school team?
Yeah, went to.
Did you play for the borough?
Didn't play for the district. I actually played cricket for the district though. Cricket was because my dad growing up, he would play every single sport apart from rugby. We never even looked at rugby as a serious sport. But yeah, football, tennis, squash, golf, cricket. My dad played everything. So I grew up with the eye for the ball, and, you know, I still play a lot of sports to this day, and it's definitely, like I said, a big makeup of who I am. I'm obsessed with sports, and I will play until my dad just had a knee operation, and he probably won't play football again. But if we can play golf or rekindle that kind of father-son sporting relationship like you've got with Trey, then that would be really good. But
that knee injury is serious. I got run over in lockdown.
I remember.
You don't remember?
I remember.
I haven't been the same since. I can't turn.
Bro, knees are
like
most.
Bro, if you look at me before that injury, playing ball, to me playing ball now, you'd think, this guy can't play ball. This guy could never.
You came on in the Claude Cup.
Yeah.
And I commentated on that. That was funny, man.
But you see the movement was still there.
Oh, you've got it. It's in the lockup.
But my knee
100%.
is
the knee's the most
finished,
complicated
bro.
injury you can get
It's
in.
like, even when I'm on the train, I have to stretch out my leg. Like, now my leg's hurting, bro. That's why I've got
my
it like
knees
that.
click every time. If I sit like this for too long, like I used to have Osgood Schlatters in my, what's it called, the heel of your foot, but I also had Sever's disease and tendonitis in my kneecap here because I had a big growth spurt from when I was 15. I think I went home in the summer, came back, I was 6 foot. I remember being 5'6", thinking, when am I ever going to grow?
So you were short as a youth.
I was short, bro.
Blood, you see the height I am now?
You've just always been that height.
I was this height at 13, bro.
I thought you were going to say like 7 or something.
Nah. At 13, I'm like 5'9".
Yeah.
Bro, I was tall at 13.
Bro, it took me a while.
And then I started, obviously, I was bunning from 10, but like when I hit 13, that's when I proper like.
Yeah.
Because when I was 10, it was like, we'd bun like once a month. We'd all like chip in like a little £2.
Where's this, Graham Park?
Yeah, Jeeps. And we buy like a little 10 bag, and then we would boom at one. But then when I was
5 bag.
Yeah, when I was 13, every weekend, man was bunning weed, blood. You get me? And then man started bunning weed at school. Sneaking off at lunchtime.
If I'm honest, I remember people at my school doing that. But again, like I said, from 12, I'm still playing football every Sunday as well.
What's your Sunday team?
So I was playing
that before
Wingate
Finchley?
It was Hadley Rangers, and then I moved to their rivals Hadley Wood, and then Hadley Wood turned into Wingate and Finchley at 16. But I was so focused on playing football every.
So you done the Arsenal Tottenham?
Sorry?
You done the Arsenal Tottenham?
Done it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like the rivals.
Basically, yeah. I remember the first game of the season, going back to play them. Yeah. They didn't like me.
I would have clarted
It was a better team. We won 3 leagues in a row. And there were
wicked.
some really good players in that team that went on to like Chelsea Academy, or like I was saying a minute ago, we used to play Watford fairly regularly. They had a really good team. We were in the Watford Friendly League at the time. But yeah, the focus on football, and I was just obsessed with it all, playing it, talking about it. And obviously that's, helped me in my job today.
So when you came out of school, university,
yeah,
where did you go?
Went to Nottingham Trent, and again didn't get the best grades.
What did you?
But that's where I wanted to go.
What did you pick to study?
Broadcast journalism.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the time, it was the best place to do broadcast journalism in the country. But broadcast journalism basically means a presenter, though. Really.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm just thinking of all the man them like
fucking journo. But as I said, the music kind of took over from 17, 18, and sport almost took a little backseat. So, yeah, went to Nottingham. Amazing time of my life, bro. You got to think, 2012 as an 18-year-old, you had the London Olympics. I was going out, experimenting,
This is before Teagues.
Yeah. I didn't get with Tegan until I was 21.
Okay.
But this was, from 17, 18, 19, 20. I had a good time. I'm not going to lie to you. But again, going to uni, doing what I wanted to do, but at the same time, that wasn't enough for me. So I could do the course, but I had to have a radio show on the university station. I had to have a Soundbox UK channel, which I just started up. No one gave me any startups with that. That was just me and a guy called Mr. V, Virgo.
Were you always a fan of the chocolate? We gotta ask, blood. You get me? Because your gal's a yardie, fam.
If Tegan watches
that one
this, I love
spun
you,
my clock. I said, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? But then we're very...
Probably not, to be honest.
But I'm saying, it don't shock me, her being with you. Because Jamaicans, we're very open, pause. You understand? We are the
100%.
most multicultural
Bro,
race
when
in
we
the world.
eventually have kids, I'm gonna have like
Trey
a
and
half
Carter's.
Irish Jamaican kid, and I couldn't have picked a better mix in terms of what, in
Your
my
kids would be
opinion,
like my
is a
mix
mix.
of my
yeah.
kids because they're Irish,
A
Jamaican,
lot more tan than me,
and
by the
Pakistan.
way.
Yeah, you're pale enough, fuck.
Yeah, come on, man. Irish scour skin. But yeah,
But big up my paddies every time.
come on, best
My
drinkers
people
around.
blood.
But yeah, man. Uni was an amazing time. Did a lot of cool things that I look back on now and think, wow, to be on your own 2 feet doing that stuff outside of the academic life, I was really proud of that, and it's definitely given me. People say like, the course you studied, has it helped you? 100%. I wouldn't really have the know-how or knowledge or skill set to do what I'm doing now without. I mean, to be honest, my attendance across 3 years was about 52%.
Ain't that part of your grade?
No,
They
it
don't
wasn't.
grade on
Nah,
attendance?
but I literally just dipped
I
in
didn't
and
go-
out,
I
man. I
didn't go
can't lie
uni.
to you. I wasn't the best uni student, but at the same time, I was doing, again, just like school, I had this wider vision of where I'm going to end up, and the academic stuff didn't really interest me, which it should have. And the one regret is I should have concentrated a little bit more at uni. But then I look at the people I went uni with, and they're not even presenters now, or anything to do with TV or radio or anything. They're in sales jobs. Some people have gone on to do
just
well.
like normal 9 to 5.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but they just have normal 9 to 5s.
Nothing wrong with it
like,
at all.
just
I've been
an
there and
office
done
job,
it
for example.
myself.
Yeah, like an office job.
100%. But
Not wrong with that.
I always thought, nah, there's something bigger waiting for me. And yeah,
Pause.
yeah, big pause. And then got with Tegan when I was 21, and I have to say, I mean, I'm 29 now. I've been with her for 8 years.
Where'd you meet?
At uni on a night out in 2014.
Was she going to the same uni?
She was, but
she
she
was
was
there the whole
from
time?
Nottingham though, so she didn't live in like.
Yeah, I remember when
halls.
I met her, she had a little accent.
Yeah, she still got it out. I can't lie to you, I love you, babe. But the first time I spoke to her, I thought that accent's a bit mad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
Yeah.
put up with that
It's a bit up.
24/7.
It's like
It's East
it's a
Midlands,
bit up
but
from Birmingham.
I look
But
at
it's not
Tegan,
the
it's like
Birmingham, but
almost
it's got
northern.
the little.
I know she's
Yeah,
from
alright,
East Midlands,
Alex.
but I see her as like a northerner.
Call you lad.
No, definitely not. Just calls me out, but
Oh, ow.
she has definitely been the rock, the kind of person that I've lent on in every sense of the word, financially at times when I had no money to take her out, no money, bro. And I'm working at, like I said, a chair factory, earning £5 an hour, a pub, sacked after 3 shifts, and I'm thinking, how am I going to impress her? She's a nice girl. You know, she likes the finer things in
Where
life.
did you? So how? What was it? A party or?
It's funny. It was just a random night out, and I remember
I met my girl in an abandoned house.
Huh?
Huh?
What? Wait, I actually didn't hear that.
I met my girl in an abandoned house.
Oh, it must have worked because you're still together now.
Well, that was the
They ain't
best.
abandoned no more.
Was that one of the baddest places?
Yeah, 2014 we met, bro. And you know what? Initially, I kind of looked at her as a friend. I think
You friend zoned her.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. This is mad, and people do not believe this. But if she was sitting here right now,
Yeah.
her face would be going red because she's told me many times she manifested that I would become her boyfriend. And you know what? We knew each other for a whole year, and then we didn't even get together until 2015. Something clicked, and I was just like, "You're going to meet my mum next weekend," and she said, "Shut up, man! Don't say stuff you don't mean." And then she did, and then the rest was history.
That's mad. Who made the first move?
Definitely her. And again, she's a very good-looking girl. I am punching up. You don't need to tell me I am, because I know that already. But at the same time, it was her. Thank God it was though, because maybe I didn't
Was
read
you
the
shook?
signals. I don't know what it was.
You
don't
thought she
know what
was
it was.
obviously. You thought she was nice.
It's something I can't tell you what
Did
it
you
was.
think you don't have the
Something
minerals
clicked one day.
Achieve greatness.
No,
I'm bigging up the wife right now, you know. Yeah, that's it.
well, you know, we both in the end came to the decision that we were meant to be together. So, is what it is. Sometimes in life you meet someone and then it doesn't happen straight away. But then after you spend time, and I think it was important that we were friends actually before, because realistically, you know, your missus is your best friend. So is Tegan for me. And that's so important. And I don't think you necessarily get that if you just start straight away. So it was all natural, and it was all, you know, timing was good. And yeah, like I said, 8 years, and there's no way I would have achieved a quarter of what I've achieved in the last 8-9 years without having her there, because she's just been the best for me. And there's no way I probably would have been quite off the rails, if I'm honest, because I was kind of not going down that way, but I would say from 19 to kind of 23, that post-uni lifestyle hangover where I'm still going out, acting reckless. So yeah,
way wasted.
For her to kind of, you know, help me and settle me down on that track, she must get massive credit, because there's no way I would have achieved, like I said, a quarter of the stuff without her right next to me.
So after uni, it's you and Tegan.
Yep.
What's the move?
So we were having a long distance relationship for probably the first 18 months, because don't forget, when we got together, I'd finished uni. So in my head, I was like, I should have probably got her a year ago, because now I've left Nottingham and we didn't know if it was going to work. But like I said, the first 18 months, I was getting the train up, she was getting the train down. We probably see each other once every 3 weeks. Again, working, she was in a pub. I think I was in and out of loads of jobs that I've already mentioned. And then, yeah, I feel like naturally we knew that it was worth the trips and the long hours away from each other. But after uni, that's kind of where, maybe not immediately after uni, but I'd say 3 or 4 years after uni, me and her were very settled, but also, you know, career-wise, things started picking up as well.
So what was the first door that opened?
I mean, you could argue that,
how did you get into it?
I can almost pinpoint the exact moment. You could argue that the first foot in was doing work experience at Sky when I was 15, but then when I'm 21, 22 now, I basically, as I said, worked at an influencer marketing agency called Disrupt, and there was a very close relationship between Disrupt and Grime Daily at the time. The founders of our agency also founded GRM with Posty. Shout out Matt and Sketchy. And then one day, I'm about to go home, and you know Lauren as well, but Lauren from GRM came in the office, and me and her just kind of clicked, and she said, let's have a few drinks and that in the office. I was about to go home. And then I remember her saying specifically, we're looking to start up a football show on Grime Daily. She knew instantly that I was a big football fan. And she said, think of a show. And I was like, wow, someone's actually just believed in me or seen something in me to go and tell me to go away and think of an idea. And if it was good enough, it would come to life. So I remember she also in the same thing said, we want a host for the Rated Awards on the red carpet, is the yellow carpet at the time. So within an hour of me just probably scootering along, not really big doors are opening, if I'm honest with you. It was just little bits and bobs, radio show here. I did something small for MTV.
What was the radio show?
Around at Westside FM in West London. And then, yeah, as I said, Lauren told me to go away and think of something. I think within a week, I'd came up with Posting In, the show that kind of was my first.
Yeah, that apparently you said
the door breaking down. Nah, bro, come on, man. With what you also got to understand with these things. Yeah? Don't say that.
Who's that? Yo, I want to get your Posting In, bro. When he bought me a Rated Awards, man, never got no invite, blood. I said, because it's some dead influencer.
Because it stopped.
Who did you get instead of me, blood? I can't. He got some idiots and a big troops, you know, blood.
No one instead of you.
Man's getting nominated for personality of the year, rude boy.
And that's the first time I met you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So in this period of my life, this is 2016,
I was the first YouTuber
17.
to get nominated for Rated Awards, you know.
You were the first YouTuber to do a transatlantic deal.
And FIFA.
And I don't think you actually get the flowers that you deserve.
Don't worry about that, because when I start talking, I'm ignorant, I'm arrogant.
But sometimes other people have to say it.
No, but bro, it
no
pisses me off, so I just give people their flowers.
But no one's,
because man cry.
Let me just say that, but no one's really done these.
Yeah, because they don't want bad man inside.
6-figure.
Yeah, top shot and I miss.
6-figure, sponsorship deals out in America. You was doing mad stuff. But I remember in that period, we did 3 series with Grime Daily. It was an absolute shoestring budget. Barely could afford to do it. I wasn't making no money. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That's the first time I saw you.
But really and truly, that show was a little bit ahead of its time. We had the young Phillies and Chunks on there before they were who they are today. And it was an amazing period in my life, not financially, but just to get in that door and be almost seen on YouTube. Can't lie, the comments at the start were rough, bro. But I've always dealt with rejection really well. I've had 9 doors knocked in my face, and then I'll slip in the 10th door. But the comments were rough on me. Who does this guy think he is? White guy this, white guy that. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And to actually, it was me and my guy, Dan Khan. Big up to him every time. Urban Panda. I was in Qatar with him. He's an amazing guy. Me and him came up with the idea. And at the time, they said no to him, but yes to me. So them situations where you've worked on something together, they don't want him. And I had to say, bro, I'm so sorry it hasn't worked, but I'm going to go and do this. Again, shoestring budget, zero money really. But we got some good guests on there, and I think really it should have had 2 or 3 more seasons. But, you know, times change and, you know, money dries up and maybe the appetite was definitely on my side. I think we were just getting to the start of it. But for whatever reason, didn't happen. People often say, like, oh, is that ever going to come back? I'm quite happy for it to be in the past, and it's a really good memory for me. But in answer to your question, Grime Daily was, I'd say, the first group of people that really believed in me and gave me an opportunity. That led to the Rated Awards. That was the first time I met you, Camden Roundhouse, 2017?
2018.
Yeah. You were up for an award. I remember it was the first night I met Robbie as well, because I was doing interviews for KA Drinks that night. It was the second year I'd done the Rated Awards. The first one, because this one was in Hammersmith Apollo, wasn't it?
That was the second one.
So I did the first one in Camden, and then this one... So did I meet you in Hammersmith or Camden? It must have been Hammersmith then. So I remember you backstage with Mist.
That was Hammersmith.
Yeah.
No, that was Camden.
Yeah, it was Camden.
Yeah,
then,
that was Camden.
then.
That's when I was nominated, because I come second at Pause. I lost to Michael Dapper.
He had a good year that year. He did have a good year.
Dapper's my dog, but I should have won.
You should have probably won the year before.
All it was is because he had the thing go scrap. But blood, my personality, bro, I had man on mainstream TV screaming out my catchphrases like,
yeah.
Man broke that, like, you understand?
You broke them barriers.
Big up Daps, blood.
But yeah, I remember.
But it was that year, because me and Miss were backstage roasting. And Posty was like, are you mad? Man, like, shut up, blood. Man's roasting the Sufi, bro. He's like, all right, go in the corner. I was like, all right, Miss, come.
Because you know what it's like when
I was like a fan, bro. When I was meeting all the rappers, yeah, it's like, I was a fan. Because I'm like, bro, I listen to you, man, all the time.
And
like,
now you're amongst them.
Now I'm like, and they're like, and when they see me, yo, Troop, like, Miss saw me, yo, Troop. I was like,
big up Troops,
I said, my Carla, you know, what are you telling?
Arknaz.
Yeah, I met, because Nuff, man, I met that night, blood.
Everyone was there.
Everyone was there.
Stormzy won a big award.
Yeah, I remember when I met Speng, yeah? Big Speng. And it was me and Jakey, me and Catch, yeah, because I took Catch with me. And Catch was like, yo, there's Speng. I was like, yeah, really bad, man. And I'm cool with Buck, innit? So me and Buck's talking. And then
Buck's a great guy,
yeah,
man.
And then Speng's come over, yeah.
Big Liverpool fan, Buck.
Yeah, because that's why me and him always banter. And because whenever I see him, he'd be like, yeah, good. That's what he do to me. Like, I'll be like, pussy. The other time it was Wenger and them thing there, so he'd rattle, man, innit? And then I remember Speng come over to me and he took his glove off. He had one glove on, blood. You know when he's got the glove? He took his glove off and he shook my hand and he can't pull me close, pause, and he goes, Troops, man, rates your fucking tick. Blood, you know what? I was like, yo, because I know who he is. I was like, and I remember Catch was like, yo, that's Speng, you know, blood. I remember
you walking around the backstage constantly. Shout out Jake, shout out Alex Griff.
Big up Jake, blood.
Everyone at GRM. But again, like yourself, that was probably the first time that I'd been, you know, suited up, interviewing the likes of Stormzy, Bizzle, all the Dappers, all these kind of guys. And I remember
I had that big performance as well.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
So that was a great era. When I look back, bro, and I think actually that was actually almost the peak of music, UK urban rap as we know it today. It was like, it's definitely gone down since then.
For me, 2014 till 2018.
Yeah.
UK rap.
Even like Blacklisted, Skepta 2012, 2013.
But I think that period is when it was untouchable.
It was the biggest thing all around us, all over the world, I think, for me anyway. So, for instance, Stormzy...
These men were getting like 20, 40 million views.
Yeah.
They're not doing that now.
I remember Stormzy was about to go out to collect his Best Artist of the Year award. And I'm standing behind him, ready to interview him when he comes off. I was doing the winners' interviews. And I remember he's about to go out and the whole thing, the lights go off, there's a power cut. And this is his big moment. He's about to get his flowers in front of the whole world. Because it was live streamed, we had big sponsors, Channel 4. I remember he turned around and I'm standing there with a GRM mic. And he turned around and went, what the fuck's going on here, man? Sort this out. As if I'm like the electrician or something. And I was like, and Big Mike, you know, he's a big guy, 6'5", 6'6". And he's like, sort it out. And I'm looking at him like, bro, it's not my fault. Anyway, it happened, interviewed him. And I'll never forget that because as I was interviewing, someone took a picture of it. And it's framed in my house at the minute, 2017, AGT and Stormzy. And then look what he's gone on to achieve. But like yourself, that was probably the first time where I'm walking around, interacting with people, that I've looked up to for years. Mr. Jam, Charlie Sloth, Bizzle, all of these guys, Nasty, even Mist was massive at the time as well. So like I said, going back to it, bro, I have so much to thank GRM for. It didn't maybe end the way I wanted it to end, but at the same time, looking back.
How did it end?
It kind of just...
It kind of just petered out?
Yeah. And again, that's not anyone's fault at all, but it just was what it was. But I had a really good kind of 3 years where I learned a lot, met a lot of amazing people who, even if I see Philly, for example, now we'll talk about the posting in chunks. You know, we had Dappy on there, unbelievable footballer. Avellino, Wretch.
Yeah, shout out Av and Wretch.
What a baller. Them two are, by the way. I used to see them play at Power League Barnet all the time. Very good footballers. Yeah, and there's others. But yeah, like yourself, man, that was kind of my breakout year, if you wanted to call it that.
What was the move after GRM?
A lot of different things, to be honest. Nothing. I think at that point, you know, you're starting to get recognised. Oh yeah, I watch your content, big up. And you think, well, this is just, that's how it is. But my journey's been like this, bro. After that, you're assuming that amazing things are going to happen. But it was just grinding again. It was going back to shit jobs, with all due respect. At the time, they were for me. The chair factories, the pubs, all this stuff, the sales jobs that I was getting sacked from. And then, yeah, from there, I did something with MTV, like a festival tour where I was interviewing artists backstage. But I can't really tell you, like, a great thing happened after it, because it didn't. It was very up and down.
Did you lose hope?
No, never. And that's the one thing I'll credit myself for. All the rejection I've had, everything that's not gone my way, all the slight sliding doors moments where I could have got that, but someone else has got it. What's here? Could have got that, someone else has got it. I will give myself credit for never backing down and always believing in the vision. But I guess after that, you could say, that's when I met Robbie.
Yeah, what made you creep into my world?
I met Robbie the same night I think I met you, and we stayed kind of sort of in touch, but he didn't really know what I was about in terms of football. But I remember it so clearly, bro, and this was the defining moment of my career so far. I remember I was 25. I was working at this influencer marketing agency, the same one. I'd been there about 3 years, and I'd maxed out on what I could have done in that job. You know, we had some cool clients. I was interviewing some really cool people, big influencers, music stuff, keeping that kind of music connection. But I remember one day, it was October 2019, and I'd been there 3 years. I'm just about to turn 26. And I woke up, I went in, and I don't know how I used to go into Farringdon every day for 5 days a week, 9 to 5. I don't know how I did it, because I do it sometimes now, and I'm like, how did I used to do that? COVID changed it all. But I remember they had me doing some spreadsheet shit that I was a bit wasted doing, if I'm honest. They knew that my mind was elsewhere, but they needed me to do a job. So I was doing spreadsheets and that, hating it. And I said to my mate Zach, who's one of my best friends now, I'm going to be the best man at his wedding this year. And I said, come out, man. Had a little smoke. And I said, bro, I hate this job. And he said, you've got to quit if you want to be a full-time presenter. And this is how I know he's one of my best friends, because that didn't benefit him. But for him to tell me, knowing what my goal is, you're never going to be a full-time presenter unless you leave your job now. Take the jump. Do it. And I come from a family where you don't just quit your job, bro, unless you've got something really good to go into. But again, this is the vision and the belief. Oh, fuck it, I'll get another job. It's fine. I will get to where I want to get to. So I went upstairs in the office, wrote out my resignation. I said to my boss, as I went to call my boss, Zach went, Paul, can we have a word? Well, I didn't know he was going to quit as well for no reason. And he's from Cornwall, so it was a bit tougher for him to just drop a job like that. So we call in my boss, and he goes, what's up? I've got a big pitch that I'm about to do. And Zach went, we're quitting. And he went, what? He's like, why? Alex, what are you going to do? I was like, I don't know, man. I've got to go and chase a dream, man. I wouldn't ever forgive myself. Because I'm looking around the office, there's 30, 40, 50-year-olds that have been there 15 years, depressed. And I'm looking at them like, that's not what I will end up as. And I remember quitting, 0 to go into, 0. I didn't even tell my mum for the first 2 days. But then it all changed because, a shout out to Brett as well, because Brett and Robbie really, really believed in me for the second time, only after the GRM one. But essentially at the time I quit, and then I had a month's notice. And do you remember Liverpool played Arsenal in the Carabao at Anfield, 5-5? I remember telling my boss with a week notice to go, I was like, by the way, I'm going up to Anfield to watch this game and I ain't coming back. However you want to deal with that, you can deal with it. But me and my boss had a really good relationship and I'm still close with him now. So I just left. Again, I'm messaging people that I might have done some work with at GRMs. I'm free now, I need a full-time job. And I text Brett and said, I'm around, let's have a chat. And then he said, it's funny you say that. Because I was speaking with Robbie and Robbie wants to set up a Liverpool channel. And then literally my life changed from that minute because you know what Robbie's like. It's kind of when you first initially meet him, you have to persuade him that he can trust you. And also if he's going to give you this opportunity, you can't let him
me
down.
and Robbie was a bit different.
Well, yeah.
Because me and him, we met like, you met Robbie when he was like,
2018.
When he was like stable. He had like, thing was in place. When I met Robbie,
it was the grind years with Robbie.
When I met Robbie, there was nothing.
Yeah.
There was Robbie and Tao. That was it. So
Shout
Robbie,
out Tao.
yeah. So it was different times. So you had to more probably convince him.
I had to,
whereas me,
serious convincing.
it was just like, yeah, this shoot's mad. Yo,
Yeah.
come roll, let's
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Like, I say, oh, let's roll, blood. And then when he done the background, he knows my uncle. He knows how deep my thing really.
And you
then
know
he's
each
like,
other like
okay,
that.
now I know why you are. That's why your name's Troops. That's da da da.
There
It
you
all
go.
came into your uncle's him and but.
So for me, it was like...
Was that hard?
Really
because I don't know. I've never had to like.
I really
be
had
like,
to
yo, Robbie
convince
did
him.
it. If I just be like, Robbie, we're doing this. Yeah.
Because he's thinking Liverpool channel.
Yeah.
I haven't got a Scouse accent. He's thinking, I've seen this guy at the GRM Rated Awards. He's a presenter, but he's not. Why should I trust you? Why should I give you this opportunity? 3 meetings I had to go to where I was like, Robbie, you don't understand. I've just quit my job with nothing to go into and you're putting this opportunity on the table, which is something I've always wanted to do. I said to him, end of 2019, I will never let you down. I'll work hard. I will never let you down. And when we were in Qatar last year, we had a moment on the yacht where I said, told you, man, I'd never let you down. And now look at us. We're in Qatar 4 years on. So he said, go and think of a channel name. And big up my mum, because she used to work on the COP in the 70s. She's a Scouser. She got a job through Jimmy Case, who's a Liverpool legend from the 70s, selling programmes on the COP. Seeing all the glory years, the Dalglish, the Keegans. And I'm in there going, what can I call this channel? And it's still, we hadn't agreed on financials. We hadn't agreed on a split. It was at this point an idea that if I went back and impressed him enough with it and convinced him, he'd pull the trigger and be like, okay, go. So my mum went, what about, I was thinking Red or Dead TV. How dead is that? Looking back now, that was the best thing I could have come up with. My mum
Red
went,
or Dead.
It was
TV.
awful. It's awful, bro.
What
I'm not going to
the
lie to you. I've
fuck
had
is
some
that?
awful ideas. Some good ones as well, but some awful ones. But they're all about sieving out them ones and getting to the good ones. My mum went, what about the COP TV? And I went, oh my God. Googled it straight away. No one had it. Set that up. Thank you, mum, for that. Even now, she says, like, all this stuff you're doing, remember who told you what the channel was going to be called?
Bro, my mum's the reason why there's a Z on the end of my name.
Mum's no. Mum's
My
no
name's
best.
Trooper.
Mum's no best.
But she
though.
said you can't
It's
do
facts.
Trooper because of your need to
Your
go
lineage.
Troops. Yeah.
Troops.
And then she said no, but put a Z.
And it's a great logo.
And then
I
boom,
can't
it
lie
was.
to you. And then, bro, January the 4th, 2020, we put the first video up on the COP TV from outside Anfield. And I've got to shout out Doyle as well, because when I left my job, there was a brief period where I was maybe 2 weeks without a job. And I met Doyle playing football in Archway, Whittington Park. This guy said, oh, let's have a kickabout. And I've just left my job. I'm like, when was the last time I could have a kickabout on a Monday morning? This is great. Hopefully this is what life is now. And he said, oh, there's a Scouse lad coming. You might get on with him. It's called Doyle. So I meet Doyle instantly like that. And again, this is another sliding moment in my life, sliding doors moment. I say to him, I'm about to set up this Liverpool YouTube channel. Do you know any cameramen in Liverpool? My best friend Jack is a great cameraman. I've been with Jack for 4.5 years now. He's never once let me down. And I'm going to his wedding in the summer. Amazing guy. So I have to shout out Doyle. But yeah, started the channel. Lockdown then happened. COVID happened. I remember doing something with you.
Pause.
Triple Eight Sport. Pause. You remember the old office in near Pall Mall?
Yeah.
Trafalgar Square. Me, you, X, Rory Jennings, 2020. And then you know, it was really tough, bro, financially in terms of couldn't go to games. So what are we going to do? How are we going to make money? It came at the worst time because I'd tried for 2 months to maybe gain Robbie's trust, and then COVID happens. And we're talking about quitting already, 3-4 months in. And again, the rejections, I had some really difficult conversations with Brett and Robbie, but we got through the other side of it. And it got to 2021. And then I said to Robbie, I'm going to move to Liverpool. All my family there, I'm going to build this TroopzTV thing for us and make it what it should be. And I believe that the best way to do that is to go to Liverpool. He said, cool. 2 months later, he goes, yeah, I'm starting up DR Sports. I want you to be the main presenter. Will you come back down to London? I was like, bro, I've literally just moved to Liverpool. What do you mean? He's like, oh, it's all right, man. I'll sort trains. We'll make it happen. And then I guess you could say that was another glorious moment where he's put massive belief in me. And don't forget, man, like the amount of rejections and everything I had, no one really believed in me like I thought they should do. But because I convinced him and, you know, I'd put the work in for him, yeah, DR Sports happened. And I guess, you know, I've been part of that kind of collective now for presenting on there anyway for about 2.5 years. So beautiful. And look what we've gone on to achieve. So, and again, it's only the start.
What's it like? DR, I ain't got a clue.
I love it.
Because DR started when I left and went Barstool.
I remember a couple funny Euro streams that we did on there with you. I saw a clip the other day. Robbie reads out a comment, says, big up Ty, I love you. And then Ty goes, yes, love you.
He's a bit delusional.
And he goes, but I was your age. No, I was your height once, and then I turned 7. And me and you were
Ty would just... The maddest one I remember
He's
was
the
when I was
most unique person I've ever
when I was
met.
throwing something in Charlene's mouth. What's that? It's like a fruit or something.
Pause. Big
There's
pause.
no pause on that.
Oh, okay.
It's a girl's mouth.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like... But it was... What was it? I think it was grapes.
Yeah, we had
She was
grapes
on her
the
knees.
set. Wow. What video is this?
It was a stream, blood.
Right.
Who was in the stream? I think it was just me.
Maybe Lee.
Oh, no. It was me, all the gal them, because it was all the girls, me, Ty, and Dave, ex's producer.
Skegnito.
Yeah,
Shout
before
out
he
Dave.
started doing that.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah, that was
That's
like
the maddest stream I
2021.
remember.
It was crazy.
But they used to always, like, Ty just gets rattled with comments so easily.
Oh, I have to hold back sometimes, man, because I'm seeing the super chats and technically you've got to read them out. And I'm like, Jason saying, don't read that one out to Ty. Don't read that one out. And I know how to manage it now, but yeah, DR Sports, bro, it's given me what I've always kind of dreamed. I guess growing up, you know, and I've done the Sky Sports, the BT Sports, the BBC Sports. I've done all that, and I've been lucky enough to do maybe 50 plus appearances on Sky. And when you're a kid, that's in your mind what you aspire to do if you're a sports presenter. But DR Sports, it was like the stars just aligned at the right moment. They were trying to grow. I've already built that trust with Robbie. He sees me as a decent presenter, so it was time for me to fully commit to them now. But still doing the TroopzTV. Don't get it twisted. Like, that's my baby. That's never going nowhere. No matter what happens, that's always mine. But DR is the vehicle for me to grow, for me to get better and bigger opportunities, to bring my kind of network into Robbie and see what else we can manage to do. So yeah, DR Sports has been my home, and it's been a beautiful ride so far. I've absolutely loved every minute, if I'm honest. There's been really tough times as well where, you know, we're trying to get to places and we're getting doors thrown in our face. But when we put our minds to it, for example, Qatar, bro, it's the best experience I've ever had in my life, work-wise. I went to 21 games. I was with the Sheikhs, you know, Robbie and I out there. Unbelievable experience. And I was actually really low when I came back from there, because in my head I'm like, how am I ever going to top that? That's the peak. That's World Cup. Plus you're in a city where there's 8 stadiums, so you're going to 2 or 3 games a day, living the life, doing what I've always wanted to do. But it's YouTube and it's DR. So the goal of being a main Sky Sports presenter and all these things hasn't faded away, but the goals adapt and the goals change, and you go with who believes in you. And it's always been DR for me in the last 2 or 3 years, and some of the stuff we've done in the last 2.5 years, unbelievable, bro. And it's only going one way, and I'm definitely committed long term to Robbie.
Talk on it.
What specifically?
What else apart from World Cup?
I mean, the Euros, presenting all the streams from the studio. We're going to go to the Euros next year in Germany. Little things like getting in at Soccer Aid. I did an interview with Danny Dyer. That went totally viral because I knew the question to ask him, which no one had asked him yet. And it was the day after West Ham won the Conference League. The song. And that Heat magazine, Daily Mail, Hello, all this stuff. Something like that was really cool. You know, the playoff final was wicked this year. We're going to go to a Champions League final this year. But Robbie's got that kind of trust in me where, you know, my latest, I'm not going to obviously divulge too much, but one of our promises to each other is whatever the biggest thing is available on there, I go to do it. And that's, again, me showing him my commitment, but also him believing in me. And there's just been so many to mention. There's too many to mention. But I'm loving the direction it's going in, and Jason's incredible. What a talented person. New York, last couple years when I came out to see you, unbelievable.
How did that happen?
I put my arse on the line for that one and made it happen.
Pause.
Big pause. But no one was going to send me, bro. I had to scramble.
You know I can make pause merch now because Barstool ain't no longer here. They stopped me, blood, with this. Oh, it's fucking this and fucking... Nigga, pause merch about to drop, blood.
It's got to. Soon.
Yeah? Trust me, daddy.
Get
about
me
to
a
have
hoodie,
some tracksuits, blood.
Yeah, get me a hoodie.
You know what I'm saying? Shorts and t-shirt, pause when I'm in Jamaica next year. Watch me.
Well, that happened just because I managed to get a little bit of money together from a sponsor, paid for Jason's flight, because I thought... Because it was actually Tegan. She had business out there with her.
Yeah, because Tees came out with you.
She came out with me, but she was going for work.
Yeah, because I remember I took you lot to Del Frisco.
Oh, bro. Still the best steak I've ever had.
Because I remember Tees was like, is Lily out there? I was like, nah, the kid's got school. Like, because she was like, I need some female company. Because remember, she was like, lads around,
yeah,
she was.
But Tegan's cool like that.
But she's cool.
Jason.
She's a real one.
She loves you.
She's proper, man.
She's amazing.
Big alright. She's a fellow Jamaican, so
she is.
She our family, isn't it?
And I've met all of her family. They're incredible. But yeah, that happened because I scrambled the money together. As soon as I heard that she might have an opportunity out there, I thought, well, it's probably a good idea for me to try and create something. And that's how my mind works. It's not thought of. If an opportunity arises, it's like, well, let's try and create something, because why not? She's going there, I stay in the hotel. And we really pushed hard to, listen, did I make any money from it? Absolutely not. But the experience that I gained, seeing you out there, creating content with Jason in New York, unbelievable experience. And it happened because I made it happen, because I managed to find some money, got Jason out there. You know, obviously, we were there for about 5-6 days. The vlogs with you and Zara and Goonie, and unbelievable. I watch them sometimes, you know. The way Jason puts it together, the little smoke coming out the floor, people crossing the road. Without doubt, Jason is the most talented content creator I've ever met. And that's saying a lot. But you know how his mind works. He's so on it. And yeah, our relationship, again, it's been tough at times. But I have to thank him, man, because without him, there's no way that the content would look as good as it does. So there's just been so many great moments. And again, I think the industry as a whole, in terms of the mainstream, are looking to people like yourself, looking to people.
Nah, they ain't looking at me, blood.
Well, when I say yourself, content creators on YouTube.
But you know what I mean? Troops. Blood, they're looking at me and stealing my ideas, blood.
Yeah, but
that's what they're
still
doing,
looking
blood.
at you because their kind of numbers are going like that. Ours are going like that. So they're thinking, we need to get some of these guys on. So the industry is looking at places like DR and others and thinking, wow, that's the future. And that's why maybe I'm not so goal hungry now in terms of being that Sky Sports guy. I'm more than happy at DR Sports, and long may it continue. But we're the future. There's no doubt about it. We're going to the top.
What's next?
And I don't say that arrogantly, Troops. I believe that with our hard work and dedication, we will. Sometimes when you say what's next, right? So I'm a very, as I said, goal-orientated person. I write down.
I got my 2024 shit
there you
ready.
Go, bro.
Like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that.
So for me, at the end of every year, I put together a list of all the things I've achieved. I think last year there was 20 odd Sky Sports, Talk Sport. I probably did 1,000 videos last year. I pride myself on quality, but also volume as well. Really, it's probably average about 3 videos a day for the whole year, every single day. If you there will be some days where I don't film, but if you break down the numbers, it's a lot of videos. So sometimes for me, yes, I've got the goals that I still want to hit, but sometimes the goal should just be carry on what you're doing. Because if you carry on doing what you're doing, more things are going to come. And yeah, I feel like, you know, I want to go to the next World Cup. I want to go to Mexico with DR. I want to be at the Champions League final. Just be in and amongst all the big things that happen. Sometimes opportunities just get thrown on my lap now, which again is a nice perk and easy way to get work in, because people are seeing you doing all this other stuff. So for instance, TNT have been reaching out a little bit at the minute for collabs and stuff with that, with them guys. Doing one on Monday as well. So again, it's just carry on doing what I'm doing and have that confidence that your stuff's going up, but also all these other people that are circling around will see you doing your thing and you'll get more opportunities. But I don't look at it as to say, I want Sky Sports next year, I want this, I want DR to get 1 million subs. Just carry on what we're doing because it's quality and we will get to the top. And again, that's not an arrogant thing. I do believe that we'll get there.
Anything you got coming out soon? Up until Christmas and that?
Yeah, I'm doing something with Bleacher Report, which I'm looking forward to in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, the Liverpool kind of football calendar is getting spicy when it gets to December. You lot are coming up to Anfield on the 23rd. Make sure you're there. If you are, you could probably even stay at my bro.
But these pussy holes, yeah. Oh, they're just
Which ones?
The people that deal with the tickets, blood, they absolutely fucking piss me off, bro.
Tickets
like, it's
are
so
a myth
hard
these
for me
days.
to
It
get
is
a ticket
difficult.
now, bro. Like, man was going home away, Europe, when we were getting slapped
I've seen
5,
your vlogs
6s.
in Russia and all that. Yeah,
and now we're good. Everybody and their mother want to come now. But when we were shit, I turned up to a game with like 7, 8 spares.
Wow.
I'd be ringing man
these days.
Yo, I'd be like, yo, Robbie, I got like 2 spares. Yo, Turkish, I got like 2 spares.
Trying to force people to come.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I need to get rid of these tickets, bro.
Shout out Turkish as well, man. That's a real friend. Real guy. I love that guy. Big up Turkish. But what's coming out, bro? Like I just said, you're gonna see a lot of stuff coming my way, but let's do it first, and then you're gonna see. Because I don't want to talk about stuff that might be in the pipeline or.
I always say talk things into existence.
In here, I do. And it's all set, but sometimes do it and then show you the receipts after.
Brother.
We haven't even spoke about Jamaica.
Oh shit!
Amazing place, by the way. And people say,
was
like
that your
Laurie,
first trip?
Yeah. So Laurie was like, yeah, this guy's going to be in the resorts. He's not going to step foot outside. Bro, I was in Maypen, Clarendon, Racetrack Avenue, where Lucius, big up Lucius Brown, what a guy, Tegan's granddad, real yard man. He was like, you can't even step outside the front gate without locking it. And if you are, I have to be with you. I remember we went to a little rum hut just 30 seconds down the road because we were not bored, but it was raining and jet lagged. I remember Lucius blessed me with a big pack as well. Welcome to the family. Give me that, which was appreciated.
That accent was terrible.
It's getting better though. It's getting better from when I first. Anyway, so I remember we go to this little rum shack, and there's a guy there with a gun. And when I say shack, you know what it's like. Corrugated metal, literally a shack.
Yeah.
No like built up stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Guys,
the zinc.
Bunning weed and I'm like, whoa, this is all mad.
Yeah,
so I wasn't in no resorts
This is normal, bro.
Drinking cocktails.
Yeah.
I was out here. We went to Hellshire Beach, Port Royal.
I hate Hellshire Beach.
Kingston, went to Bob Marley's house.
They only serve fucking fish.
Fish.
And
they charged me 3 times. They said, foreigner.
Yeah, foreign.
Charge him 3 times more.
Why didn't Tegan put on the accent?
Bro, because her accent, she's a foreigner as well.
No, but I'm a foreigner.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm 3 times a foreigner.
I know, and they know.
But Tegan is the worst at accents.
They'll be like, $100. US or Jamaican.
Yeah.
They say, Jamaican. All right, send it on.
As soon as you hear US, you know what they're trying to do you.
It's 2 different things, dog.
That translation,
the jump is mad.
It doesn't make sense.
You see me? So, you have to tell them, you're foreign.
The exchange rate's poor. But I'd always pay in Jamaican. If you've got Jamaican on you, always pay that. But then the holiday switched. So we went to Ochi, got a beautiful villa, and then I came down with, it's the most ill I've ever been in my life. Yeah, I remember
you was mashed. You couldn't get the flight back.
Couldn't get the flight back, bro. So that's when we had to go to Moon Palace in Ochi and stay there for a week. That was 5-star, all-inclusive. But I couldn't drink. I had a awful ear infection, bro. I almost died. How about that?
I remember
2
they
people
said if
died
you got
of
on
it
the
recently.
plane, you ting with a pot.
He said if you get on that plane, she's like, you want to see doctor? I was like, yeah, I'm fucked. $350. I was like, what? where's he coming from? Am I flying him out? Like 350 to see a doctor. I was on 6 tramadols a day for a week. Obviously, Tegan's loving it because she's drinking pina coladas by the pool all day on my card. Oh, can we get the upgrade view? Yeah, whatever. I'm out of it because I'm on so much medication. Bro, I was there for an extra week. So I was in Jamaica for like 3 weeks. Loved it. Amazing country. But I'll never forget how much pain I was in for that part. And then I came back straight to hospital here.
So what is Tegan from Clarendon?
So her family are, yeah, Clarendon. Yeah. I can't lie, when I first come out of Kingston Airport,
you're scared.
I'm looking around, I'm like, fucking hell, mate. Not in a bad way, but it was also new to me. We'd just been in Miami, so very different place.
So it's a shock.
It's a shock. But
you come out of Mobay, it's more peaceful.
Yeah.
Kingston.
I wouldn't change the experience I had.
You as a white man as well.
Yeah, I was the only white guy. We went
and
to
you're not white Jamaican.
We went to Hellshire Beach.
You look like
right?
English.
I do.
You look like English, dog.
I remember
them
we went
see us here, foreign. Hey boy, you got off the wrong stuff.
We went to Hellshire Beach, right? And we've walked around the corner and there's 2,000 people on the beach. Music's playing, food, everything, smoke up in the air. I've walked around the corner. Every single person on that beach looked at me.
Yeah.
Like, rah, look at this guy just walking through Hellshire Beach. But they respected it though.
Yeah, because they looking to see who you with.
And I'm with, you know, all my
I took Lily,
Jamaican side
when I
of
took
my
Lily
family.
Marvelly, every minute when she's back, like they'd see me, they'd be like, okay, cool. They'd see her, they'd be like,
yeah.
No,
you've got to be with someone.
They
out
look
there.
confused, blood. But I was like, no, so what you mean, like? And because in Marvelly, like, I'm rated, dog.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Bro, my family.
I got stopped.
And the thing is this, my family in Jamaica is not the madness. Over, yes, sir. Yeah, fuck, dog. One button. Nope. In Jamaica, I've got the one button thing, but it's more my cousins.
Yeah.
My uncle is a Ras. Peaceful. He's a Ras, bro.
Well,
he has businesses.
Tegan's granddad is a Ras.
He's never bun weed.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's my family over. Yo, dog.
Yeah, London kind of.
Over here, they're mad. But I got crazy cousins.
Dilutes the culture a little bit.
But I got mad. So the youth, them, my cousins are tapped.
I'm sure.
Yeah, one button. But my uncle is actually relaxed, blood.
And you're like,
and
how
he's
you
the one.
are.
Yeah, and he's the reason why I have respect in a Marvelly. Why I can go around Marvelly. And I went Marvelly in my Louis. You saw me in my pictures.
I've seen you.
I'm a pouch on,
You
blood.
were there this summer, right?
Yeah, I'm a pouch on, blood.
Took the kids there.
I took my mum back there because the first time my mum went there.
But how
since
good is
91.
that feeling though for you to be able to? Because I remember you did a post about it saying how grateful you were to be able to take the family out.
Because like,
that's special, bro. I
you
don't
see
care what
Jamaica as
anyone
well.
says.
Jamaica's an expensive flight, isn't
You
it?
can buy all the LVs and all that shit you want, but making memories like that, and it is an expensive flight.
That's why we never went for so long, because bro, man was out here doing what man has to do. And man don't have that kind of money at that time to be going and doing transatlantic flights, bro. It's not possible, blood. Like, I have to fly out a whole heap of people. It's not just me going.
No,
and I have to take things out there when I'm going with me as well.
I respect it.
It's different, like
that's a big holiday.
Yeah.
But the people, I mean, we got stopped in supermarkets or hotels. Oh, we watch DR Sports all the time. Did, but it was dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. It weren't great. But we were really tired.
Where did you get KFC
we were
from?
jet lagged in Ochi.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, look how see how Jermaine turned. Make I tell you something. Jamaica, you know, Jamaicans will kill you now.
Really?
You're fucked now. You
that.
can't go Kingston again after saying.
You know what though? We were all jet lagged. We were tired. It was.
It no matter. Look how Jermaine is laughing. It no matter.
Whoa,
KFC
listen, I must have gone to the wrong one.
Jamaica, I want to apologize.
I just said no. Don't need to apologize.
Hold on, Jamaicans, I want to apologize on behalf of this English boy. You hear me? I say. Him not know
I'm actually
better.
more Irish than English.
Him not know better. Yeah. Him wife is a Jamaican, so we are gonna allow him. See? We are gonna allow him. Yeah.
But let me tell you about the food though, man.
The best KFC, don't forget the food. The best KFC you will eat in your life is Jamaica. Lily hates KFC.
In London.
Hates KFC.
But she likes it there.
Dog, we queued for 3 hours to get KFC.
I ain't queuing 3 hours for KFC.
We queued for 3 hours, dog. I'm not even lying. I'm not.
3 hours?
There's no exaggeration.
How many zoots did you have?
In the comments, you will see, and you see the yard, he's like, Troops ain't lying. Dog, 3 hours.
I had it in Ochi.
The quickest we waited was an hour and a half. And that was in...
But they didn't have nothing that I wanted.
Oh, where was it again? That was
at the end of the day.
Oh, what was it again? I had beef there as well, blood. I had beef.
The wings were good, but the actual...
I had beef in the ATM machine. what end was it? It's after Fairmont. It's after Marbella. So we were driving to Ochi. We were coming back from Ochi. And then no, it was Trelawney. And then I'm in the queue for the ATM machine. Jamaica ATM machine's mad.
They are crazy.
It's mad. Like you fight, they don't have US dollar. You have to go to like 5, 6 of them. Enough of them don't work. And then everybody and their mother a queue. You think that the fucking KFC queue is long? Yeah. Go to an ATM machine in Jamaica and you have machine and you gotta see the queue, my youth. I can tell you something. So Lily's in the van with Carter and Amanda, my brethren. So wherever I go, Trey my shadow. So as soon as I get out, Trey jump out the van. Dad, where you going? I said, I'm going ATM. I'm coming. I said, all right, come. So we go. So the ATM is in a petrol station, yeah? So the ATM is right where you are, yeah? So me come over, yes, sir. Cause the queue I got, sir, yeah? We coming out the queue now, yeah? This woman come out to the blood clot petrol garage.
What did you say to her?
She come out to the petrol garage now, yeah? And she tried to jump me on the queue. So I say, yo, what on? You not see me? You feel some Duppy? You know Duppy ghost. You feel some Duppy? You feel some a Taurus? I want to pussy clot this. I said, yo, you better go stand. You better go stand over there, you know. You not see me on the queue, me youth. Me did come first. Me go into the shop. And me did come here. I said to the man in front of me, I said, yo, boss. She tell you, she tell you if you all her position in the queue. And now I'm starting to stutter. Cause when I get mad, I'm stuttering.
You're getting angry now.
Yeah. So
you're getting a bit red.
So, you see? So the man now, Jermaine, yeah? The man is not even answering to me. The man is just keeping him head straight, yeah? So I say, oh, you tell? I say, there's a gal in the queue. I say, darling, she tell you for all her place on the queue? She don't say nothing. I say, go on the back of the pussy clock queue. The fuck can I deal with? Then there's this youth, yeah? There's this car.
Mate.
There's this car with these youths, yeah? Blood, Lily's gonna come here. Ask Lily when she come here, cause Lily will come we're doing the pod. Ask Lily when she come here, she tell the story word for word. So she hear me shouting in the van, yeah? So Lily busts open the door. So Lily's like, oh my God, what is he doing? So I'm cussing. So then there's this group of 5 man, yeah? That don't even with this gal. They're just standing in the petrol garage, yeah? So then he's walking over his brethren. But his brethren clocked that I'm not scared, blood. I am on it now, yeah? And cause Trey's there, I'm not showing no fear in front of my son. He thinks I'm Superman. So I can't make Trey think, yo, dad got bad up. So Trey's looking at me like, yo, dad, what are you doing? Like, yo, we're in Jamaica, like, but he's saying through his eyes, yo, back down this time, dad.
Relax, dad.
Oh, yeah, come back to boy. You mad? And then his brethren come over, and his bretren's like, no, sir, it's all right, my you. I said, what the fuck y'all call my you? Me look like you pick me? and then Amanda come out the car, yeah? And Amanda's on it. You get me? So I walk over now. Amanda's got this walk, yeah? I walk over now. Watch right now. So what? I said, no, go on. Them no one to fuck with me. And I stand in the queue, sir. And I put my hand like that, yeah? And then, you know in Jamaica, the ATM, you have the door. Cause it's in the thing, yeah? You have to go in the door. You imagine after all this cussing, I'm cussing, yeah? They don't even have US dollar in the fucking thing. The woman come out the door, yeah? She's like, them now have US. Dog, my face went red.
All that?
My face went red like the Troops logo, dog. My face went, because it was just, you're trying to bad me up. You think that I'm light?
Wait, didn't you want Jamaican though?
I wanted US.
For what though?
Because US, I was paying for, what was I paying for? I think I was paying Amanda for the drive. For going to Ochi and bringing us back. Right. But she prefer, but in Jamaica now, they prefer US than Jamaican dollar. The US is more.
It's better for them.
Yeah. So I was trying to get her some US.
Yeah.
The whole time, there's no US in the thing. I'm standing there, red face now, fuck dog. I just look at the woman, yeah? I said, Trey, come. And we just walk back.
And you had to go to another one.
Because she must have thought I was like not even Jamaican, bro. Cause remember, my youth's light. So when she see me now, she must be thinking, yo, this ain't no Jamaican. But then, man, I said, what the fuck you deal with? That's the first. I said, yo, where I go? You not see me? You feel me at a duppy? And then she, straight away, she's like, nah, I mean, I the queue, me got out of the shop first. I said, so what? yo, boss. She's telling for all that position at the queue. And then the man don't even say nothing. The man's like this, looking forward.
Hey, listen, man.
Then I asked the woman in front of him, she not say nothing either.
You got your money in the end, though, yeah? Tell me.
We had to go.
So you had to go and find
We had to go to a next one, and then the next one I go to, I'm taking pictures in the queue. So you imagine this now. One ATM, I'm cussing. The next one, oh, that troop, bomba clot in a real life, pussy clot. Me have to take a picture. Me have to take a picture of my youth. I'm like, yeah, man, you done. Trade, what my youth? Balayana. I'm like, they know my youth. Where Lily there? The man said, where Lily there? I said, she's in the car. Lily hear her name. Lily bust the door. You alright, Lily? Where Carter? Carter bust him head. Yes, Carty. Yeah, man, me love the whole I wanna hear. Yeah, Jamaica, love you,
Do you
know,
think
my
you'd ever moved there and live?
Jamaica?
Yeah.
Yes? What do you mean? I get more love in Jamaica than England, dog. Yeah?
When do you think would be the right time?
When I'm rich enough.
And what about the kids?
The kids are fine. As long as me have money, them good.
Yeah.
Because Trey, inshallah, Trey's gonna be a baller. So
He's on the way, man.
he can look after himself. You understand? Carter will probably follow. He's a left footer though.
That's good though.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's good.
I got the right and the left blood.
You can whip balls in all over the place. Big pause.
I have like
Big pause.
the Nevilles were shit, but I have some two bad son that are right and left.
Yeah.
Cause G-Nev was good, but Phil was washed.
Yeah, just basic.
Yeah, basic.
Couldn't do. He used to practice stepovers.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you have any madness in Jamaica? Do you know what as well? Yeah. Do you know what the maddest thing is?
A couple
In
close
all my
shaves,
times, in all my times out there. Remember, I've been going from 91. First time I went was 91, 98, 2004, and then 21, 22. No, 22, 23, and I'm going next year again. That is the first time
I was intimidated.
I have had.
If I'm honest with
That's the first time I've had a madness, bro. I've been in raves. I've been with my cousins as a youth, and I'm with the man them like 17, and man, never had a ting, blood. I've been in the hood, like deep Mar Valley, where police don't go at night time. They don't turn into my bit at night time, into Camden Crescent. They don't. They drive past. They drive on the main road. They don't turn into the garrisons.
Yeah.
I've never had a madness. That's the first time.
I wouldn't say I had a madness, but there are a lot of moments where, like, the driver might say, listen, like, you make sure you check the whole place where you're going to sleep tonight because people might come and try and get you. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, I've just paid a holiday. I want this to be relaxing. You know what I mean?
Was this in the hotel?
Not looking after. No, this is the place in Ochi we bought at Airbnb.
Oh, the villa.
The villa.
Yeah,
you were saying there's holes in the thing, so look at the cameras. People might come and try you. But what he was doing was the drivers. You would pay for them to drive you somewhere, then you have to pay them to stay with you whilst you're there. That was what we were told anyway. So we were paying double, triple. You know.
Nah, they bumped you still.
Yeah, no, they did. And when I told them about the ear infection, and because it was their swimming pool, I mean, I was thinking, wow. I almost died. And then Tegan's little brother, Otis, he got the exact same thing in hospital.
The worst thing is, Trey had that as well. And
your ear infection.
Yeah, he caught it from the.
You get it when you're a kid.
But he always gets it when he goes into chlorine.
That's bro. That's what.
So he has to wear earplugs when he swims.
That's what
and then he's fine.
Yeah, I have to do that now as well.
Yeah, he has to do that as well.
I haven't gone underneath water since that because I can't be in that situation ever again.
Because it happened last year in Tenerife and it happened this year in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love Tenerife, man. My dad lives in Costa del Silencio. So Adeje and all them sides where Abama is.
Yeah.
He lives on the silent coast. Costa del Silencio.
Where I stayed, Santiago, is it near there?
Yeah, like
Porto de Santiago.
20 minutes from there.
That's
but the other way towards the airport more.
That's the first place I stayed.
Yeah.
This year, we stayed in Adeje.
Adeje is a lovely place, man.
Come on, we shots around the corner.
Yeah, there's loads, man.
Big up Herbalize.
Big up Big Nasty BDL out there as well.
Yeah, he's open now.
Yeah.
And he's improved his chef apparently. Carl's gonna go there.
No, I'm talking about the smoke shop.
Oh,
but there's also the restaurant. So
yeah.
I've been to both, and I had some good jerk chicken the thingy time. But then obviously it went viral because
it was dead.
It was dead. I can't lie. But he's patterned it up. His mum lives and cooks there. So
yeah, but they had I think it was Spanish chefs.
Yeah,
who don't know how to make that type of
I had
cuisine.
A good time in there, man. But yeah, I love.
I like Tenerife.
But
I ain't been to the BDL one. I'll just go Herbalife because it's literally
you gotta go. And Herbs as well. Shout out Herbs out there as well.
Yeah, the Gooner.
Yeah.
I was supposed to link him, but I couldn't. That's when I went with the kids.
It's because I tried to hook it up for you.
Yeah, and every time it was I couldn't go.
Yeah. No, but listen, man, I'm very grateful to have gone some nice places. All of these places have been with Tegan, by the way. She's like my favourite person to go on holiday with.
I travel with Lily, blood.
So,
Lily's my...
But yeah, man, just to round it off, like, it's been an up and down long journey. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2012. And I still truly believe it's only the start. And I feel old. I'm turning 30 next month, but I feel old because I've been in the game or the industry or whatever you want to call it for so long now. But people like yourself, man, breaking down doors, and hopefully it's just the start again for both of us. You know, so big up to you, man, each and every time.
Brother, make sure you put that beep in the BM, yeah? My brother, you don't know. But we're keeping that in anyway, you get me? But we're going to put a little veep. But you lot will know what I said when it was veep. From I say BM, yeah, you lot know, because I call man BM on my podcast all the time. I'm like, you're a BM, you know? Because I have to find a way to... Me, I'm Jamaican, bro. So man have to understand this thing
You
here.
don't pull no punches, bro. You don't mince your words.
And with
That's the best way to be. I like that.
It's my culture, blood. You get me?
It's what it
and
is.
we have to embrace everyone else's culture, everyone else's upbringing, environment. So, a pussy embrace Jamaica. Seen? Because you want to smoke weed and eat off our food and go to our island. So embrace the lingo, blood.
100%.
You see me? But Brennan, you know the vibe. Alex, I'm only
Spudders.
yeah, and I'm only cutting it because I got Alex on here and he wants to do Sky Sports, blood. You get me? If it was one of the like, if it was fucking, I don't know, like on spray.
Thanks,
when
man,
I get spray on here, blood, you get me? It's good. Pause, because you understand? It's that episode's going to fucking hell. I'm actually sitting here and thinking, like, what episode do I
How are
drop?
you even gonna start that one?
Because I'm gonna do. What day is? Because I dropped these, yeah, on a Friday, yeah.
I was just coming out Friday, yeah.
This will be Friday, but what day is Christmas Day on this year? It's a Monday.
Is it a Monday? Yeah, that's got to be a Christmas Day drop.
Yeah, I gotta do a Christmas Day special.
But if you're watching this right now, go and like, comment, and subscribe to this man's channel, doing big things.
Let them know where to follow you as well, blood.
And then if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're just a football fan in general, I run the TroopzTV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Yeah, because you know it is. And then obviously
I'm just letting you. Yeah.
Sports is the home where I am 4 or 5 days a week with the Don. So yeah, make sure you follow up them channels. Myself, AGT, on all socials. It's just my name. When you type in AGT, always America's Got Talent comes up first. I'm trying to get that handle, to be fair, but I'll never get it. But I'm always underneath it. So type in AGT,
Pause.
I'll always be second in line. But yeah, that's where you can find me, man. But as I said, Troops, it's been a pleasure coming on, man. We've known each other for a good 6 years now.
It's been a long time.
You know, last time I seen you was New York. Who knows where I'm going to see you next time, man?
You get me?
Who knows?
You don't know the vibe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until then, you know the vibe, blood. We're out.